I am going to watch the first video I ever made on our pop-up camper remodel and make some comments. Hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and also some of my successes. Let's take a look. Here we go. Here we are with our 1995 Coleman Fleetwood Utah camper, pop-up camper. We're stoked and we're getting ready to clean it. I've been waiting about 4 years to find one of these beauties, and so we're gonna get rolling. Here we go. It was about 4 years, 3 to 4 years of looking, found a great pop-up camper, great price, and pulled the trigger. All right, here we are, a little progress. Everyone's doing some cleaning, recruited the entire family, and the vinyl actually turned out really nice. Looks really nice right there. We ended up just using a rag on the canvas because it wasn't that dirty. We're just continuing to get it now. We're working on the sides of the camper to just use some car wash soap and gonna keep cleaning and working. So we cleaned the canvas, the vinyl. So this is the vinyl right here. This more mesh part is the canvas. Also sides of the camper. This camper was garage kept, and so it was in really good shape. Not a lot of mold, mildew, things like that. And so made a great purchase right there. So you can see we're doing some good cleaning, and we took out the inside stove. So first we cleaned everything in the camper. They left a lot of stuff in there, and so I had to clean it out quickly. This is where I made my first mistake. Instead of leaving the stove inside the camper, I decided to take it out, as you can see right there. And I'll move this around for just a second so you can have a better view. There's the hose for the propane. Took it all out. Eventually, I actually put it all back in because I wanted a countertop space. And so I should have just left it in there and not used it. That was one of my mistakes that I really regret in this pop-up camper remodel. We're just gonna probably put a piece of wood over the top for more space. Never did that. We're probably gonna sometimes connect this propane to a propane heater inside. We gotta do something with this sink, and never did anything with that sink. Worked fine. We refinish it. We won't use it that much, and then for some strange reason, this is. So I'm gonna pause right here, and I'm gonna show you my friend Brian, who owns a pop-up camper. Thank you, Brian, for your help. He told me that whoever put this in, they put it in backwards. So what I did is I eventually took the screws out and I essentially turned it all the way around so that this piece right here, where the water comes out, the faucet was actually on the other side, so it would reach all the way to the sink. Easy fix, and got it done. Barely coming over the edge, so we might have to get a longer piece there. So we're continuing to just do a deep clean, and as you can see, the floors, we need to deep clean them before we put some vinyl stick floors on top of there. It's worth the effort if you're going to put any sort of peel and stick flooring or redo the floors to clean them thoroughly, to vacuum, to sweep. You're going to want to do all of that prior. It's like painting. You want to prep the wall before you paint. All the prep is important and is worth it. I'm getting some nice cleaning done. It's looking good. All right, this is the end of day one, and we cleaned out the whole pop-up and the outside. I need to put it down and clean the top and get that finished up, but got it all cleaned out. Looking good. Is it good, Gideon? Yeah, looking pretty good. All right, been working all day, and we finally got the top cleaned. You'll see there's still some marks there. So this mark right here is actually more of a scrape. So it wasn't like a dirt spot or something like that. Pop-up campers, especially the tops, are really susceptible to getting scrapes and dings. When you buy a pop-up camper, you just want to make sure there's no holes. You also want to make sure, like right here, that the caulking is good all the way around. So you might have to recaulk. If the caulking has been damaged, chances are there's water that has gone through that seal. So again, this is not a big deal, just cosmetic looks. I could have painted it, but to match all the colors and everything wouldn't have been worth the time. But I cleaned it as best I could. I think it's part of the top coming off, so I don't want to rub it too hard, but got some soap on it, some dish soap, and also some car wash, and use a magic eraser. If you use a magic eraser, be careful that you aren't too aggressive with it because you can take off too much. Some 303 cleaner, and it's looking pretty good. If my 303 cleaner brand is really good. Hop on Amazon. Great brand of cleaner to use for fabric, for actually protecting fabric outside, for cleaning. Great brand. I say so myself. All right, we're on day number 2 and of renoing, and got my mom over here, and she is, we're actually using. So I'm going to pause right here. You'll see right here, that's the original canvas of the pop-up camper, which was actually in really good shape. The reason we put these drop cloths on, number one, they're really cheap. Number two, they're very durable. Obviously, most drop cloths are going to be white color, and so they are going to show dirt pretty quickly. But we've got young kids. We wanted something really durable to protect the fabric. My mom did a great job of folding everything behind because there's a wood backing behind, and so she stapled it all on there. It kept on there really well, never came off, but it did show some of the dirt. You don't need to do this, but we had young kids and wanted to protect it, so really could go either way on this, but want somebody who can make the fabric really tight. And my mom is really good with quilting and all those different things, and so using fabric, and so that's why we had her come help. Drop cloths to upholster the cushions, and so we're just stapling to the back and taking a little bit of time. My mom's doing a great job. All right, here's the new peel and stick flooring. It's turning out real. So you can just on Amazon type in peel and stick flooring. You'll find a bunch of these squares. I believe these are, I can't remember the dimensions off the top of my head, but there's a bunch of different styles. They actually work really well as long as the surface is flat. We put this on linoleum, cleaned it really well. There were only a couple spots, like I think, like right about here and maybe right about here, where I had to put a little glue on a couple weeks afterwards, but these held for the life of it. We actually use these in our downstairs bathroom just over this way, and because we didn't want to pay for tile right now, and so we used them inside our house as well, and they've held on great. My wife was able to cut, and so you can get some really nice cuts right along the edges and line things up really well. So this was a huge, great decision. I think it was like $100, $75 to cover the entire pop-up camper floor, and really added a wow factor as you walk into the pop-up camper. Really nice. We're still trying to figure out what we want to do, right? So I'll note in a little bit how I painted this with a primer, bullseye primer, really nice primer, made it look great, but really it still showed dirt, and so we ended up putting a rug down anytime we used this area here. But I did get some of that yellow kind of tint to go away. Right here, but we're looking forward to getting that all done. And then also you can see we just use drop cloth for the fabric. There's that drop cloth. Really nice, really durable. So we just ordered more of this on Amazon, so it's coming today. So we'll finish out the flooring and finish out the cushions as well. So really liking how this is turning out. So my mom's still working hard. How's it going? Is it going good, Mom?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're getting the wood on there. She's stapling. Mom's good with fabric, and we're almost... You can see how tight my mom put that on to make sure the fabric really held on there. It wasn't super loose and looked really nice. Done. Almost done with the upholstery, and Gideon's crying. Wonderful. So this is our second full day of working on the pop-up, and my wife got the floors finished. I can't wait to show you guys. They look awesome. We got the hinges on the cabinets spray painted black, and those look good. We got some stuff coming in this week. So this weekend we're going to do our third phase of the project, putting in the curtain. You'll see those hinges in a couple moments, but we decided not to paint the cabinets. Honestly, painting the cabinets, unless you really prep it well, you're going to have peeling and nicks, and I would not recommend unless the cabinets are really bad. Ours were in fine shape, so we just left them. Finishing some of the flooring, putting on the new knobs, and so we're getting ready, man. And in about 2 weeks, we're going to take it out for the first time, and so we got to get everything ready and prepared. But man, it's been worthwhile. It's hard work, but we're excited. We're looking forward to having this thing done, at least in the first season of taking it out. So hope you guys get some rest. I need to go sleep. I got work tomorrow. Okay, we are cleaning off the tables and the surfaces, and then we're going to put down some contact paper. And so Steph is... So we decided to put this contact paper down. This was not a wise choice. First of all, the table there, you move that in and out a bunch. You also put all the cushions on top of it when the whole pop-up camper goes down. So over about 2-year period, that started to get scraped, just inevitably. We also put it, as you'll see in another video later on, we put it over by the sink. It didn't scrape as much there, but I would have just left this wood top. You can also see around the edges, we took off the edging and put some new edging on that really didn't seal. We probably could have put some glue on that to hold it better. But again, this was not a good move for us. It looked good initial, but then after actual use in the pop-up, it really started to scrape up. Measuring out and getting ready to do that. And Amos is, what are you doing, Amos? Creating some chaos in the camper, which is what we're hoping for. Getting a pop-up trailer is so funny because you use every extra minute you've got to get the thing going. So the kids get like I'm gonna scrub ahead on this one a little bit because... Also, when you notice the kid umbrella protecting the steps of... You can see how nice that white looks on that entryway doorway, but really got scuffed up pretty quickly. Still glad we did it, but if you have any other tips on how to keep that entryway clean besides a rug, please comment below. This, let's see, I'll show you what it is. So it is that bullseye primer is a really good primer. Right behind me, we have our fireplace in our house, and we use that primer on the tile and really holds up well in a place that doesn't have a lot of traffic. Bullseye primer for all surfaces, and it looks really nice now. It took 5 coats, but you can see it's nice, can hold up. And if it ever gets dinged up or whatever, we just will paint it. And we're also going to... Who's actually going to go back and paint it again? Put a rug right here when we're actually using it. So really stoked. I'm using just a couple minutes late at night because we've got young kiddos. So just got to use every minute we've got extra to get this thing rolling. Pop-up camping shirt my mom got me. Thanks, Mom. Kind of cool that we actually fit the camper right in our garage. So we moved some of our workout stuff that we weren't really using, and now it'll stay dry. Excited because now it's raining and it's not going to get the pop-up wet, and we can work on it. And we got it up just enough. Let's see. So I'm going to pause right there. You can see we were able to get the pop-up camper about 3/4 of the way up. And so we could do work inside of it without having to pull it all the way out of the garage. It's also really important, I've said this in other videos, but to have your pop-up camper, RV, trailer, anything like that, covered or in a garage out of the rain. Rain is the enemy of campers. See, it's not all the way up, but just close to the top. So looking forward to getting some work on it while it's raining outside. And I did one time scrape the edge of the trim of my garage with the pop-up camper and had to do, I have another video on fixing the outside faucet or hose connector. So be careful packing that in your garage. And keep rolling. So my mom actually got us some new curtains she made for us, which is amazing. But these little clips that they usually have that go up on those runners right there to hold them, most people have said they're not strong enough. And so my wife put a little glue and on this little hold up our new curtains. Can't wait to show you guys. All right, got the new curtains up. Those are actually shower curtains, as you can see on the top there with the hook. So again, having someone who can help with this, get all the help you can get. And my mom hemmed them, look really nice. And then you'll see how we hooked them on with some command strip. You can see right there. That's where you put, there we go. That command strip right there with some glue on the back actually held up really well. I think only a couple of them came off, but the curtain curtain addition to the pop-up camper really gave it a homey feel. The glue right behind the command strip to make sure it holds on, and then we can move those back and forth, and I think it looks pretty nice. We might get some blackout curtains later if you want to make sure the light doesn't get in. All right, it's raining. I don't know if you can see that, and our pop-up is dry. Oh yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video on our pop-up camper. Okay, so that just, I talk a little bit more about the pop-up camper, but overall, we made a great purchase. Had a couple mistakes along the way, but really enjoyed this pop-up camper and the remodel of it. Would have done a couple things differently, but not too much. So don't forget to like this video if you're still watching. Subscribe as well. Again, I make no qualms about it. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Right now you can see actually down here I got 786, so I'm getting close. So if you can hit that subscribe button, I would love that. And hopefully this content helpful. I'm going to do a couple more videos like this, a little different style. It gives me a little chance to talk a little bit more and also show pictures. I love visuals, as I'm sure you do, and so you can see what's happening. I did forget to mention these lights in the back. We actually added LED bulbs, which extend the life and also give it a nice bright look at a very cheap cost. So these little tweaks and tricks that you can do can really make a big difference in your pop-up camper, and hopefully you are doing it for the love of it and for the adventure. But comment below if you have any other questions or things to add to this community. Thanks for watching this video.